The most powerful thing I ever did was forgive the people who hurt and abused me, and I'm not saying that lightly. I've lived through some of the most diabolical things a woman can experience, but even after all of that, I still chose forgiveness. It's about protecting my heart instead of letting anyone or anything turn me into a monster. I refuse to let pain twist my heart into something cold and hard. I didn't wake up one random morning, suddenly healed and enlightened. I had nights where I cried so hard my chest physically hurt. Days where I dissociated through everything. Times where I questioned if life would ever feel normal. Getting to this place didn't happen overnight. I couldn't even talk about forgiveness until I started to heal my inner child and become whole enough to see others in the same light. A lot of us experience extremely traumatic things in childhood, and when trauma happens that young, the subconscious steps in and buries it deep within us, so we're able to try to function. That's the thing, the subconscious holds and stores everything. It's the dark, scary place we don't want to visit because it requires us to face the things we are afraid of, get real about the truth, release, and still feel like we have a sense of self. Healing made me remember things I thought I had forgotten. It made me sit with memories that made me physically sick. But that was the only way I could finally face the truth. For me, that door opened slowly. Every time something cracked open, I had a choice: run from it or sit with it. And sitting with it feels like hell at first. You're finally facing what hurt you instead of pretending it didn't exist. The world will try to condition you to believe that forgiving people who hurt you and having empathy for them is weakness. And I used to believe that too. But where does that get you? Nowhere. Just stuck in a revolving door of the same feelings, blaming everyone else and never dealing with yourself. I thought staying angry would protect me, but I was only hurting me. There were times I wanted revenge. I wanted the people who harmed me to feel what I felt. But revenge didn't heal anything. It didn't give me closure. It didn't change what happened. It just kept me locked inside the pain. There's nothing satisfying about trying to punish someone who doesn't care that they hurt you. When you've been through traumatic things, your nervous system changes, your body freezes, and you never fully relax. I didn't realize how tense I was until I started healing. Shoulders tight, jaw clenched, sleeping like I had to be ready to run at any moment. I used to be so angry because I understood I'd spend the rest of my life undoing the damage that was done to me. Anger, grief, and frustration are normal when you're trying to heal and still feel like yourself. It feels like someone took something from you. Of course, you question why they did that, why nobody protected you, why nobody stepped in. All valid questions. And sometimes the hardest part is accepting you may never get the closure or answers you deserve. You have to give that to yourself. There were moments it hit me out of nowhere, like a wave of sadness that felt heavier than my body. That's how grief shows up in healing. I used to take refinement so personally. I thought needing to be refined meant something was wrong with me. That's the victim mindset. You treat improvement like judgment and use that as an excuse not to evolve. Healing showed me refinement isn't someone trying to fix you. It's you trying to love yourself better. Even after all of those emotions, I realized one of the greatest gifts is knowing I can survive anything. So I chose to evolve instead of becoming a shell of myself. You will not evolve until you're able to forgive, because forgiveness is power. The more aware you become, the more empathy you gain, and the less you operate out of ego, the easier everything starts to align. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison. It keeps you stuck in a version of yourself that no longer exists. Forgiveness unlocks every next level. You can't carry resentment and evolution in the same body. One will suffocate the other. And you might be wondering, how do I know when I'm ready to forgive? For me, it was when I thought about the little girl inside me and how much I wanted her to feel safe and loved. I didn't want her to keep suffering for what someone else did. I wanted to free her. For some, it's when the same thoughts replay every night. For others, it's when the anger stops feeling empowering and starts feeling heavy. And for some, it's waking up and realizing you don't want trauma to define your identity anymore. When I looked my abusers in the face and told them I forgive them and I feel sorry for what they went through, it was the most freeing moment of my life. It took me a long time to get there, which is why you have to give yourself grace while you're healing. You can't set deadlines on healing. You move in flow, staying present, taking it day by day, learning how to exhale again without feeling like you're always in survival mode. Healing is learning to exist without fear being in control anymore. Forgiveness is a hard road to personal freedom. Only when you truly surrender and release what happened can you reach a place where you feel empathy for someone who wronged you. The more you understand and love yourself, the easier it becomes to see people without judgment or anger. The path to understanding always leads back to you. It's the most important work you'll ever do while you're here, because forgiveness isn't about them, it's about letting you live again.